friends, welcome back to my channel. I don't know, can you guys tell? This is like too close up so you can't tell like everything I have here, but today's going to be a Bowmar nutrition review. I ordered this one, the protein hot chocolate, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, but I didn't really get into it until like last month, and I've been like obsessed with this. And then since then I ordered a couple more protein powder, the protein French toast, protein pumpkin spice, and during their Black Friday sale I also got the protein bars, and I got one of these nut butter. So I'm gonna do a taste test for you guys and give you guys my very honest review. I'm not affiliated, but I just want to share this review because I do have quite a bit of their products, and I know a lot of you guys are interested in knowing how are they actually that good, because on Instagram, I know that I'm holding a fork. On Instagram, people have been sharing about them a lot, so I bet you're wondering whether they're really that good or not. So let's get to it. So the first product I'm going to review is the Bowmar butter. I want to order so many more of these. I've been obsessed, but the only problem is there are so many different flavors and a lot of them are always out of stock. I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I never ordered more. So this is the only one I have. I have it in the flavor cinnamon crunch cereal. So this is how it looks like. It's kind of like runny. I mean, we're at like the bottom, so it's not as runny, but I'll show you how it looks like. So it looks like this. Don't focus on me, focus on this. Yeah. I would give this like a 9 out of 10. The only thing I don't like about it is it can be a little too sweet sometimes. Like, I like sweet things, but sometimes this can be a little bit overpowering. But I do like the texture, the crunch, the flavor. The macros are really good. It's 9 fat, 7 carbs, and 10 protein for 31 grams. So yeah, I love spraying this on rice cakes, toast, or anything. So yeah, so that's the first one. I think the second product I want to review are the protein bars. So I haven't tried the sugar cookie protein bar, so this is gonna be my first time trying them. I had to use a fork to open it. You guys can see what I'm doing. So I have the protein hot chocolate, and I have the sugar cookie one. So let's open the sugar cookie one first because I haven't tried it. Okay. Ooh, looks like a cookie. Looks like cookie dough. So this is how it looks like. And there's like frosting on top, I think. And then I'm just gonna, so it looks like this. Oh, don't focus on me. Come on. Yeah. So there's like little like sprinkles and stuff in there. So I will give these like an 8 out of 10. They're like really soft and they taste like cookies. I like the texture of these more than these ones. The only thing is, same with any Bowmar nutrition products I've had, this can be a little too sweet for me sometimes. But when I do have a sweet tooth, they're great. But for like the protein powders and stuff, I always have to add more liquid just because they're quite sweet. But this one I quite enjoy. So give this like an 8 out of 10. And let me open the hot chocolate one for you guys. So it has like marshmallow chunks and stuff in there. I have microwaved these before. I think I put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. And it tastes pretty good when you like microwave them. And I tried to microwave them for 20 seconds, and that's when they get like really weird chewy texture. So if you do microwave them, I wouldn't do it for more than 10 seconds. So I like the texture of the sugar cookie one a little better, but I like the flavor of this one more. I would give this more like a like an 8.5 out of 10. I still really like it, especially with like the marshmallow bits and stuff. Okay. So that's the only products I have, like non-protein powder from Bowmar. I do want to try their like collagen and greens, so maybe I'll get those in the future and then share with you guys. But let's get into the protein powder. So we have protein French toast, and I've been adding this one to my coffee, and it smells kind of like maple-y. I think that's the smell of it. I can't really tell. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the smell when I smell it from the tub, but when I can't tell. But when I mix in coffee and stuff, they taste great. Let me get my mixer. So when I make my protein coffee, I just use like a mixer frother like this. I'm just gonna add water to the protein powder so that we can taste like the true flavor of it, I guess. I'm kind of scared. I've only had it in coffees before. I'm not a fan of just drinking protein powder by itself, so we'll see. This is how it looks like. I'm sorry if the lighting is a little weird in this video. It's quite dark, and I have like a little tiny ring light in front of me, so that I know the lighting looks a little different. I would normally prefer natural daylight, but honestly there isn't much natural daylight in Vancouver for the past couple days. So yeah, vlogmas has to continue. So this is how it looks like. I would say it's kind of like watery, but I mean I mixed it with water, so I didn't expect too much. Okay, that's not bad. I normally prefer mixing with like almond milk or coffee, or a little bit of creamer and water and almond milk. Like, just stuff that can mix it, just things that can make it a lot more like creamier. I don't know why I'm holding it like this, but I mean I don't mind the taste. I do think it tastes pretty good. It tastes like a slight hint of maple, which is great. So yeah, I will give this more like 7 out of 10. But just so you guys know, like I didn't mix any of these with almond milk, which is what I normally do. But with water, I don't, like, it's not as creamy as I want it to be, obviously, but it has a like cinnamony maple taste. So the next one we have here is the protein pumpkin spice, and I'm not gonna lie, when I got these I did not like them. I think just because I'm not a huge pumpkin fan to start off with, and I don't know why I thought that I would like this. I think I saw Chloe Gottsfit recommending these, but let's just try it again. I added them to my coffee like twice, and I'm just wasn't the biggest fan of it. So, and for all of these I added like maybe a 1/4 scoop, and then with a tiny bit of water. Ooh, it won't fall. So I have like maybe like a 1/3 scoop actually. Let me add some water to it. Okay, is that enough? Maybe a little more. I feel like I'm like the worst when it comes to doing reviews. I'm very awkward, and I don't know how to give you guys like reactions. I don't know how to describe taste, but we're working on it. So. Okay, so we got this. It smells kind of like the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really had a pumpkin spice latte in a while, but Jason did get it one time and I tried it. Surprisingly, I like this on its own rather than being in coffee somehow. Surprisingly, I like this on its own rather than being in like coffee. It tastes like slightly sweeter than the French toast. Again, I don't know if it's because I added more liquid or something. But once it's mixed up with just like almond milk or water, it actually tastes really good. I'm really surprised with the protein pumpkin spice. I'm really not a pumpkin fan. So I forgot to say, but I would give the protein pumpkin spice an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I would do an 8 out of 10. Actually, I wanted to keep drinking it, but I just can't drink all the proteins today. Yeah, so let's do the protein hot chocolate, the last one that we have. This one is my favorite. I add it to coffee every single day. And I also like making brownie mug cake, or I like making what do you call those? Hot chocolate. Like I actually make hot chocolate. So I just heat up like almond milk and then add some of this and then add some whipped cream or marshmallow, whatever you want, and it tastes so good. But I've never had it with just pure water, so let's see how that goes. So I have the protein here, water. Okay, I don't want to add too much water because I don't want it to be like very liquidy. Okay, that should be okay. Yeah, I still like it. The only thing is somehow I feel like it doesn't taste as chocolatey as I want it to be. It has a lot of that marshmallow taste to it somehow. And that doesn't have a lot of like the cocoa flavor. So when I make hot chocolate, I do add an extra tablespoon of cocoa powder. I don't know, do I have like protein on my face? So I do add like an extra tablespoon of cocoa powder in the mix, but I like this one. This one has to be my favorite, just because of like hot chocolate is just a great taste. Like chocolate protein powder is always a good option, I think. So yeah, I will give this like an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. So overall, I love Bowmar Nutrition's product. I've been really enjoying them. Some of them are like kind of hit or miss. I think it really depends on your personal preference too. For me, I never grew up with having like pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice things, and I never really had that much French toast. And that's why I think protein hot chocolate is one of my favorite flavors, just because it's more mellow and it has that really nice like marshmallow taste to it. But I would say if you want to make it taste more chocolatey, add an extra tablespoon of cocoa powder. The protein bars are great. I love the texture of this one. The taste is good. It's just a little bit too sweet for me. And this one I love the taste, but I wish the texture is a little more like this. But both of them are great options. The macros are really good too. They're around 20 carbs, 20 protein, and 8 fat. So they're great little snacks that I've been taking around with me. And lastly, this thing is addicting. The only thing is it can be a little too sweet sometimes. And I kind of feel like it tastes more like frosting, but I still like it. I just don't go overboard with it, which is a good thing. Like I tend to go overboard with like nut butter, and I can't do it with this because it's really sweet. But yeah, so that's the whole review. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This is gonna be like a short little like Bowmar nutrition review because I don't have a lot of their products. But I want to give you guys my honest opinion because some of you guys have been messaging me about how I feel about them, because I do add them to my coffee quite a bit and I show them on my YouTube channel sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!